What's up, DNA gang?
Y'all, another name.
How y'all doing today, man? Today, we got 3 true Father's Day horror stories, and I seen that y'all want us to do a channel called Llama Art, so we gonna hit that up on the next go around. So hey, you ready?
I'm ready.
Y'all ready? I'm ready. Cue the intro.
Yeah. Let me draw the boat. You know I wreck the ship. Get it by the boat. Watch a nigga make it flip. I ain't a little boat, but I just one night the bitch.
Alright, before we get into this, hit that subscribe button and that like button.
And the notification bell so you don't miss another video.
And go show Nate RL channel some love down in the description. Remember the original link is down there too. And yeah, let's get right into it. Go.
I have always enjoyed Father's Day. It was the one day of the year where I could escape from the world with Dad, and we could just be. This year, Dad chose a camping site near the lake so we could go fishing.
Nope.
At 15, I complained, but I was pumped to go.
I like outside, but I don't like outside. Like,
When we got to the campsite,
I
it
ain't
was
going
magnificent. Tall pine trees, a glassy lake, and that refreshing smell of nature. But we weren't alone. Close to our campsite was a set of 2 men who had set up camp. They didn't seem like the normal camping type.
Yeah.
Grimy, loud, and were constantly looking in our direction.
Yeah, we
I saw
leaving.
Dad's jaw get tighter and tighter every time they would laugh too loud, or even if they overstayed their gaze and looked for a little too long. After a certain time, Dad got up and
leaving.
said, "Let's go find a better spot." I could feel the concern in his voice, so I didn't argue. We packed up and moved to a different spot.
Okay.
It was close
pack up and go home.
Yeah, I was
to
like,
the
no, we
highway,
going home.
so we could still hear the echoes of truck horns coming from a distance. I kind of hated the spot, as I wanted to go to a more secluded one. But now, when I think about that day, I realize Dad had good reasons to choose it. After the sun dipped below the giant trees, Dad and I roasted marshmallows while laughing at his terrible ghost stories. We were enjoying the moment as Dad went on to tell childhood memories of me. I was laughing a lot when suddenly my dad raised his hand and gestured me to stop. His eyes looked all alert. His smile disappeared in seconds. He whispered to me, "Naomi, I want you to hide under the car." I was stunned to hear such a bizarre request. I looked
You
at
heard
him,
what he said?
confused, and asked.
What? Why would
You
I?
heard
My
what
dad
he
cut
said.
me off, saying, "No arguments, just do as I say." I got up and started walking to our car. It was parked under this big tree in darkness. I slid under the car and began hearing footsteps coming closer. A few minutes later, I saw 2 pairs of boots walking closer to my
Y'all
dad.
walked all the way
I
up
had no
here.
doubts it was those 2 freaks from earlier. I stayed quiet and watched. One of them waved to my dad and said, "Having fun?" My
Howdy,
dad
sir.
nodded with a casual smirk and asked, "You guys need something?" The other guy responded with a creepy chuckle. "No, just came to chill with you guys.
No.
Where's your daughter?" I could see both of their eyes scanning our campsite like hawks. My dad sat down near the fire, maintaining a very calm demeanor. Nudging the hot burning coals into the fire with a campfire poker, my dad responded, "She went out for a fishing. It'll be great if you guys leave." The 2 guys exchanged a weird look. Then one of them started walking towards our car. My heart hammered in my chest as I noticed a pair of boots coming towards me. My dad got up, still holding the poker in one hand, and yelled, "Didn't I tell you to leave?" The other guy, who was closer to him, responded, "He's just gonna take a pee. Don't worry,
Take a
unless you have
pee.
something valuable in your car."
That's why you gotta keep that heat on you.
Saying
All
this,
time.
he cracked an annoying laugh. The other guy stopped a few inches away from our car and aimed at a bush. I could hear him humming,
I thought
and
he
he
said
missed
Pete.
himself.
Okay.
But why by my car? You could have peed anywhere.
No, you trying to look in the car.
Deep down, I understood why Dad wanted me to hide under the car and not
that was
inside.
smart.
The guy's probably checking the car right now, trying to figure out if I'm in it. I stayed calm, kept my breathing normal.
You peed on my
Once
elbow.
done,
Right.
he went back to my dad. Both of the jerks wished him good night and started walking away. I was smart enough to know that it'd be best to wait, then go back to my dad. because those freaks might keep an eye on us from far away.
Right.
In the next 5 minutes, I watched my dad work in winks. He got all of our things except the tent. He didn't care for the tent.
Right, fuck that
Loaded
tent.
everything in our car, and as soon as he unlocked the car door, I hopped into the passenger seat. Dad made a call to the nearest police station and told them about 2 guys following us. We didn't go home from the campsite. We went straight to the police station.
Absolutely.
My dad was right. Those 2 jerks did follow us. Only they didn't know my dad is way smarter than them. The moment their car came close to the police station, a cop car blocked their way. They were taken into custody
What
for
the
following us
fuck?
and stalking a minor.
Oh my god.
My dad didn't even flinch when the cops asked him if they were the guys from the campsite.
Absolutely.
He
Yeah,
looked them in the
snitch.
eyes and said, "You're lucky I brought you to the cops instead of leaving your lifeless bodies buried in those woods."
Damn right.
I try to be as fearless as my dad. And to all the campers and wilderness lover out there, always follow your instincts in the wild.
My grandpa ruined camping for me.
Father's Day always hits hard for me. Social media is crowded with perfect family pictures and people honoring the memories I'm jealous of and can't relate to. For me, it's always been just Dad and me, and it still is. He's 65 now and lives in Pinewood Care Home, with dementia pulling at the edges of his mind. Some days, he remembers me. Other days, he's just a polite stranger in a suit. On Father's
You
Day,
can't
I drove to
aggressive.
the care home to pick him up. The care home staff were helping Dad to get in the car when Nurse Ira came to me.
Clara, you should know your father's daily routines have altered since he got diagnosed with dementia. Often at night he wakes up and,
I frowned and asked,
and?
as if she covered some hidden truth. Nurse Ira replied,
I would suggest you take one of our helpers with you. It's a free service, and handling a patient alone.
I didn't let her finish.
The patient is my dad, and no thanks.
All right.
I can't take care of him for the next 48 hours.
Nope.
After all, how hard can it be?
Saying this, I got into the car with my dad, buckled up right beside me. I looked at Nurse Ira one last time, and she smiled awkwardly. The drive home was calm. Dad was staring at the streets with his curious eyes. After a long time, he had stepped outside the care home. When we reached my apartment, I took him to the guest room, which I decorated with a flower vase and fresh linens on the bed just for him. He sat down on the bed,
You could've
looked
put
at
no
the
pictures
ceiling,
up,
and then
though?
said, "Clara, I'm hungry."
Birds, no ocean,
Tears
no
of
boats.
joy rolled down my cheek. It's been a while since my dad called me by my name. I rushed to the kitchen and made sandwiches for both of us. The next few hours went like a dream. We both ate together, laughed, and recalled some distant memories from my childhood. It was great to see Dad being Dad. After dinner, I asked him if he would like to watch a movie, and he agreed. We both lay down on the couch in the living room and began watching The Lion King. Well,
That
I
was
was
the
watching
choice?
Dad. How his face changed in excitement seeing the movie. I guess I was quite tired, hence I don't remember falling asleep. I woke up with a weird silence. The movie has ended. The screen has paused in the credits. I looked beside me, and my dad wasn't there. My heart
Like a
skipped a
thief in the
beat.
night.
I called out.
Dad? Dad?
My apartment was in complete silence. I got up from the couch to look for him. Next to the living room, there's a dimly lit corridor. My bedroom is at the end of it. I stood in front of the corridor. My back was facing the other end of it. I called out again.
Dad? Where are you?
You can't come to my house and turn off everybody and play hide and seek with me.
Yeah, you got
Without me knowing.
You got me fucked up. I'm not playing.
I'm gonna go grab that bat.
Right,
Just
I don't
then,
want to play.
I felt someone run behind me, chuckling.
Oh, hell no. You gotta go. You gotta
No
go.
one. I switched on the corridor light and found my bedroom door half ajar. I tiptoed to the bedroom, trying not to spook Dad if he's inside.
Nope.
But as I stepped in, I was left dumbfounded and horrified at the same time. My dad has opened the big window of my room. Half of his body was already out as he leaned down, looking at the streets.
Here's
My
trying to get
voice
us fresh
shook
air.
as I called out to him this time.
Dad? You need to step back.
He slowly rotated his head to look my way. face was different. He didn't look like my dad at all. A scary smile was spread across his face, and his
You're going
eyes
back to
were
the
bloodshot. You
Period.
should jump, he
Why
said
so
in a chilling
serious?
voice. Terror numbed my veins.
What? What are you saying, Dad?
Tears welled up in my eyes. He then backed up and started walking towards me. He was walking slowly, like a baby trying to learn how to walk. You should jump. I can push you.
Hell
He
no.
chuckled.
You
I
got
don't
it.
know why I was
You got
stepping
it. You
back,
got it.
because it was my dad.
You know, all the thoughts he was hiding when he was the same person. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, I want to
Yeah,
allow somebody.
You got it.
Worst episode, but I was horrified to witness it. I understood why Nurse Ira warned me in the morning.
Huh.
My phone was thankfully in my pocket. I took it out and dialed the care home. Once I informed them to come to my address, my dad stopped. His face changed from smiling to hatred. You want to send me back to that cage? He
Absolutely.
screamed and then started bashing his head on the wall. I watched in horror as he screamed and
He needs to be
continued this
psychiatric.
madness. My body froze in trauma. I couldn't move until the blood rushed in. That's when it hit me. My dad's not well. He'll
At
never
all.
be.
Yeah.
I sprinted at him and grabbed by the shoulders. Thankfully, I was stronger than him. I pulled him away, and he fainted. When the caregivers took him into the ambulance, I was crying like a 9-year-old standing on the sidewalk. Nurse Ira hugged me, and I cried even more. The worst feeling in the world is to see your loved ones on the decline. I don't think I'll ever feel excited about Father's Day again.
That's sad.
This happened when I was 8 years old. One sunny afternoon, my mom asked me if I would like to accompany her to Walmart for some cleaning supplies.
so
I
big.
told her I needed a new set of colors for the Father's Day card, and she happily agreed. When we entered Walmart, I was stunned. It was such a big place that I squeezed my mom's hand too tightly. Mom gave me a gentle pat on my back and said,
Let's get you colors.
Mom always made me feel good in tense situations. I guess mothers are born with superpowers. My mom is still my superhero, and you'll soon find out why. We began exploring the place, going through aisle after aisle, and seeing all kinds of things in the world available in one place. Coming from a small town, I was flabbergasted. As we were walking around, I noticed a woman following us. No matter which way we went, we would always end up near her. Or maybe it's the other way around.
I'm
My
glad
mom didn't notice
I'm
her
glad he
because
watched
every
his
time she
surroundings.
turned back, the woman
She was
hid
looking at
behind the
their ass.
aisles. I thought of telling my mom this, but
Look at her.
eventually forgot. When we reached near the stationery section and I was about to go through all the color sets, my mom told me to wait here as she was going to the washroom quickly. I was a good kid, so I did what my mom said. As I waited, my eyes kept searching for the woman. A few minutes went by and I was wondering why Mom's taking so much time when a touch of cold hands brushed off my shoulder. Turning back, I saw the same woman standing behind me with a big smile and
Why you
wide, bright
smiling
eyes.
like that?
Are you waiting for your mother?
She asked in a calm voice. I nodded my head. She caressed my cheek and said,
I'm a friend of your mother.
No,
You're not.
Why don't you come with me? I'll take you to her.
Absolutely
I
not.
looked around once again, then asked, I'm buying crayons and Mom told me to wait here until she comes back.
Right.
She crouched down to my face and said in a weird voice,
What are you gonna do with crayons?
Mind my business,
I
bitch.
replied cheerfully, I'm gonna make my dad a Father's Day card.
You love your dad a lot, huh?
Her eyes
I'm
twitched
afraid
as
of
she
your dad.
spoke. I nodded my head again, thinking, what a stupid question. She then suddenly grabbed my hand and started walking.
Nah, we ain't
I'm
doing
going to
this.
see your dad anyway. How about we go see him together?
What?
She increased her
ain't doing
pace. I constantly looked back. Something didn't feel right about
Don't let her take you.
I asked in a confounded voice, but what about my mom? The woman turned her head back slowly. An ear-to-ear grin spread across her face, and she whispered,
I'll be your new mom.
No, the fuck you
A
won't.
better mom.
Nah.
Trust me.
She started walking
that's why
again.
you yell out,
Her
"Mom,"
grip was so tight that it
because
hurt
we'll
my
all
wrist.
look.
I felt like something very bad was going to happen if I went along with this woman. Just when we were close to the exit, I heard a familiar voice screaming my name.
So motherfucker, you was just gonna let her take you?
Right, you wasn't gonna say nothing?
Like
That's crazy.
That kind of pissing me off, bro. Like, you was just gonna let her take you, bro.
Absolutely.
Andy, stop! Don't go with her!
Oh my God.
Everyone in Walmart looked behind me. So did I. What I saw still stays vibrantly in my memory. My
she
mom
go
was
in the
coming
bathroom
towards
first?
me,
Yeah.
holding her bleeding head. She could barely keep her feet steady. Her shirt was drenched in blood, and I could see her crying. I realized this woman is trying to take me away from my mom.
Duh!
I screamed too.
Oh man.
Maybe the talks ain't the same in
Right.
White Houses. Because when we got to school, you don't get the call. Even if you know them, you don't get no call. You come straight home. You don't go with nobody you don't fucking know.
Absolutely.
I don't care if they tell you they know me. You go straight
if
home.
I didn't tell you that they was coming, they not coming.
Right.
Okay? Unless I tell you that somebody is coming to pick you up, you better bring your ass home.
Oh, let me go!
All the other people around us understood that this strange woman was trying to lure a kid in her trap. The woman got scared and ran away. Walmart security called 911 and we were taken to the nearest hospital. My dad and uncle were informed too. When Walmart security showed the footage of the woman taking me away to my dad, I saw him turn pale. He immediately reported the cops, saying this woman is an ex-coworker from his previous job who was obsessed with him and stalked him. She was the reason why my dad left his job and changed address, but looks like she had followed us here too. My mom later told the cops that she went to the washroom where the woman attacked my mom and slammed her head on the wall, leaving her unconscious. My mom somehow managed to get up, fearing for my safety. The cops tracked down the woman eventually. Her name was Laylee, and she was put behind bars for aggravated assault, abduction, and stalking charges. My dad even got a restraining order against her, but this time we didn't have to change address. To this day, when I recall the memory of Laylee abducting
Nigga, you was
me,
gonna let
I
her
recall
take
how
you.
brave my mom was to come for my rescue. My mom will always be my superhero.
Mother's love is something different, but man.
I ain't gonna say a lie. That little boy kind of irritated me.
No,
You was gonna let her take you,
and not
bro?
say nothing. Like, that's why, at the end of the day, I heard it best. You're supposed to yell out, Mom, because any mother will look.
But hey, we'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace out.
We out.
By the boat, watch a nigga make it flip. I ain't a little boat, but I just one night the bitch. They don't